Hi, it's Tim from BlizzBlocks. Just going to take you through the campaign tracking and campaign setups within the BizBlocks site. So, okay, you need to go to the promote and then go to analytics. That will load in your analytics page. Okay, and what we're seeing here is traffic summary, stats for a particular funnel. So if you wanted to check out Sales Funnel Bootcamp Pro, get stats, and you'll see the stats appear below. So you can use that for any of the funnels that you've set up to find out how well things are performing and conversions, etc. Campaigns, that is where you manage your campaigns. So what do I mean by a campaign? Well, when you're trying to drive traffic, i.e. visitors, people to your website, you need to be able to track where they come from so that you know where best to spend your money. So what we do is we give each campaign that we do a unique series of digits. Now, one or two, it doesn't really matter, you can call them what you want, but you really need to get into the habit of labeling them in a way that's concise and easy to follow, so you know exactly where it came from. Now you're allowed 15 characters, so make use of those, but don't go over that. Okay. So, for example, I'm going to run a campaign with Udemy, and there's a particular guy I'm going to use. So I'm going to bring that up and show you who it is and what I'm going to do to create that campaign. Okay, so you can see I've just today created an application to a guy that I think might be worth following. I'm only going to ask for 100 visitors and it's going to cost me $48 just to test out the quality. This guy's name is Harrison James, so I'm going to use his initials as part of my campaign. So let's say it's going to be HJ. So if I go back to my campaign manager in BizBlocks, what I need to do is to go to tracking links. I then need to enter a name, so I'm going to use UDIMI, then I'm going to use the guy's initials, Harrison James, HJ. Then it's up to you. I'm going to put in there, because I'm only getting $100 worth, or 100 clicks for $49 rather, and it's going to be my first one with him. So that's how I would label my campaign. As I say, you can choose any labeling as long as you're consistent and you know what it was and where it came from. Sales funnel that I want to link that to is important. Now I'm going to link that to my Sales Funnels Bootcamp steps. As soon as you do that and create tracking link, you'll get the link come up here which you can copy to the clipboard because you'll need that. And this is effectively, you can test that right now by clicking on it, and it should go straight to the opt-in page, which is the one I want. So back to my Udemy page, and I need to, okay, right. What I've done, of course, is I set that up before I came into BizBlocks. So you can do it either ways. I've already set it up in Udemy with that link. I've used that one before, so I know what that was. Or you can do it the other way around. Go into BizBlocks, create the campaign first, then go into Udemy or whatever your Traffic for Me or whatever solo provider you're using, and then copy and paste the link. So this is the shortcut here, so if I click on that, that should take me back to that landing page. There it is. So we know that's all working. So that's a good idea to check that these links work correctly. Okay, else you'll find you'll be sending it to either to somebody else's or you won't be tracking it. So if I go back to my BizBlocks now and go back to campaigns, I'm going to find the campaign I've just set up, which was that one there. There's the link again should you need it. Okay, now I can view stats on that, and it comes up and says unique visitors 1, and that's the one I just clicked on to bring that up. So as that starts to kick in, once the guy is accepted, I've paid for it using PayPal or credit card, whatever you like. I can then start to track what goes on and the results I get. Okay. Now once you start getting that data back in and you start tracking, you'll know who's a good solo ad provider and who's not. So start small and build your way up. Now of course it's essential that you've got Aweber set up and all your links, etc., because once you start getting into Aweber, it will record the email in your list. You can then start communicating with that list using your email swipes. So for that campaign, which was the bootcamp steps, I've got in Aweber my email set up ready to go. So as soon as I get a sign up, I send out an email straight away welcoming them, and then also follow up with my series of emails. Now you may also want to send a personal email from your own email address just to say hi, how's things are going, and if you get stuck, give me a call, because what you're trying to do here is to build rapport with that person, okay, so that they know they can trust you and like you. That way they're more likely to interact and buy from you in the future, which is the name of the game. So okay, so I hope that helps with your tracking. If you've got any problems or queries, you know you can always contact me, tim@bizblocks.com. Many thanks.